Afternoon, everybody. I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Just coming to you from an odd place. I'm standing in the middle of my house because everybody in my neighborhood has decided to act a fool this afternoon and make noise. I was going to do it outside, and you're going to hear there's some sawing of metal going on over here. There's some putting on of a roof over there, and every kid in the neighborhood is obviously jacked up on some bad sugar or something because they're running around little maniacs today. All right, yesterday I was interested in, I'm like, I haven't had pesto in a while. And every time I look at pesto recipes, it's usually something complicated, and I look at the recipe and I get kind of discouraged. I'm like, oh, well, I can't get that, or that's too many steps. So yesterday I'm like, okay, figure out one that works for you that's easy. And probably the people that'll watch me will like that easy one. So what I've got here is just a big bowl of, this is zoodles, koodles, and zanoodles. And if you don't know, the koodles are obviously the cucumber, the zoodles are the zucchini, and the zanoodles are the carrot. I just made something up because in Spanish, carrot is zanahoria. So I couldn't think of anything, so I said, oh, we'll call them zanoodles. So I got a big bowl of noodles here. Nice color going on. And then, like I say, I got several recipes that I looked through, ingredients, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't going to get into any nuts. I don't have pine nuts. I'm not against nuts for the fat, but don't have pine nuts around here. Saw some with walnuts, but I found a couple of bases, and then I just decided to go simple. So what's in this one is, I don't know if you're going to see exactly the ingredients, but what I got down here is, so I get some wateriness in here. I peeled a cucumber and cut it up into, smaller pieces. I cut up some zucchini, probably about half a zucchini. I don't know, you'll have to play with that if you're going to use the recipe, but I just used some of the leftovers. So I used the cucumber for a little bit more wetness, and figured it would give just that nice little flavor, but I wanted to use this to give it a little bit more thickness to it. All right, after I put the cucumber and the zucchini in there, I crammed in as much basil as possible. I didn't see as much basil as I liked in the recipes, and that's the main thing I like. Didn't even quite get as much basil in as I would like, so as this goes down a little bit, I'm going to try to stick some more basil in there. Got 3 cloves of garlic. I used lime juice, our kind of lime, because we don't have lemon. Lemon would probably work a little bit better, but I don't think there's a big deal. But I'd say probably the juice of about 1 big lemon or 1 big lime. I had to use some smaller ones, and one wasn't so juicy, but if I had to guesstimate, that would be about it. And then got an avocado cut up around in here. Now I'm going to go process this, and what you're going to do, I'm like, I know I'm going to have to scrape the sides a little bit and play. So just pulse a little bit. You can put it on 1. I have 2 settings. I have one that's just totally manual. It can go for a little while. So I go and I use the slow speed, let it go for a while, slow it down, see what it looks like, scrape the sides, and we go from there. But I'm going to go mix this up in the food processor, and then I will be back in a minute to let you know how it turned out. Alright, it turned out even better, I think, than yesterday. I tasted just a little bit of the sauce with my spoon. Now that has got a nice, this was super thick. I was able to get some more basil in there. So I had a ton of basil in there. So it's really strong and very green. And look at that. That's some good looking stuff. And I'll just continue like I did yesterday. I like to work kind of like my salads. This is just one that I'm continuously kind of working it in, massaging it in as I go. So, like I said, that was really easy. I get super frustrated when I find these recipes, or I really have a taste for something specific, and I can't find anything but complicated or with a lot of ingredients. Maybe I'm just going to become, oh, that's not terribly pretty. I'm going to take a photo for Instagram, but maybe I'll become the ugly raw chef. Like, none of my stuff is fancy, none of it looks as pretty in the pictures as some and you see in the books and stuff, but it eats good. I'm really happy with the things I create, and I've gotten a little bit more creative the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, and I'm just going to keep, this would work really good as some sort of a dip. or a base like the avocado, just you can get in there and play with it. Avocado, some dill in there, and you could work up some nice dips. So this has a lot of potential. But for a pesto, this works, and this is one of the simpler ones that I've found out there. So I hope you guys like this. If you like this one, give me a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends that might be looking for new recipes that are healthy. Yes, this had a full avocado in it. I've eaten tons of fruit today. You can scale it back. I wouldn't make it with less than an avocado, but you could scale back and only use half this portion if you only wanted to get the amount of fat of half an avocado. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you try it, let me know how you like it, and hope you're having a good week so far. Peace.